Hooray!
Yay.
This is the Treasures of the Laughing Abyss. Set within the Laughing Isles here. I totally drew this map myself, and it's definitely going to be fully popular with the cities the entire way through, and won't change whatsoever, I swear. I'm lying. And the Landmaster will stay the same at least.
Probably.
Probably. No, they will, I swear.
Most likely.
Most likely. I hope.
Unless the deep sea volcano erupts.
No, I don't need more ideas. I have too many as it is.
Mhm.
This is one of my own creation. The world, as the players know already, is known as Zafara. This is a small chunk of it. There's much more, but we're focusing here for the time being. I do have my characters down here in alphabetical order, but as it so happens, the first one in the list is the captain of the crew, Avery Ironmoon, leading the Iron Abyss Pirates.
Hello, hello. I am Avery Ironmoon.
We've got Amros coming in shortly, but we'll skip over him for now to go with Corvus, a gambler rogue, who has some personal issues, is one way to put it.
Yeah.
Followed by the ship's bosun, repairman, shipwright, whatever word you want to use there, Darenthal Shorecrasher, a sea elf from the Southern Isle.
Howdy.
And then we've got Delora Pearl, a scrappy little Triton, who made her home under the sea until quite recently.
And I'm gonna raid all of your stores of snacks too.
I'll have to skip over Fizz for tonight entirely. He will not be here at all, unfortunately. Or so I've been told. We have Amros here. He is a tiefling. He's a cook in a bar.
Yep.
That's all he's really got going for him right now.
So far, so good, I would say.
And last but not least, for our players tonight, we have... Whoop, why'd that disappear? Oh, because I did that, because I'm a very smart person. And no one here would ever refute that statement. I swear I was prepared. Last but not least, we have Toko the Tortle. A monk who isn't really doing a whole lot, honestly.
Not yet, anyways.
But hey, that's fine. And as it so happens, we are going to start off with her.
Okay.
In just a moment here. So she is right over here, swimming her way into Allura. She got sent out by her tiny little monastery on this eastern island here. That island is known as Aglaia. Aglaia is not the right word. Aglagia. I swear I know my own setting. And there is just a small monastery there that she is coming over from to Ashelra, which is what houses Allura, the Laughing City. It is the largest city within the Laughing Isles and a major shipping hub for a good chunk of this side of the world. So she's running errands. Because she can swim in the water and her masters can't. And despite being monks, they're very lazy. Maybe because they're monks. That's a hard one to figure out.
I'm offended, first of all.
I didn't say you were, but your masters are. And she's just swimming along. She's still a ways out. It's gonna take a couple hours. She's going. Off in the distance is a ship. Small one. Just a smaller sailing ship. Doesn't have a lot of crew or a lot of cargo space, but it's serviceable for what it is. And it can certainly make its way around the Isles. That happens to be the Mobionic, a ship belonging to the Iron Abyss Pirates. That ship has on it, right now at least, Avery Iron Moon, Darenthal Shorecrasher, Delora Pearl, and the Kender Fizz Silverbow, who again could not make it tonight. And they're just moving along, making ready to come back into Allura, because they don't have a cook right now and would rather not eat field rations for a third day in a row.
Hardtack.
And on another ship further out from that one is our friend Corvus. Made a daring escape 2-3 days previous from the city of Ashton, you can see, over on that western island of Ataraxis. I am so sorry. I swear I know my Zedic. You're gonna hear me say that a lot, I think.
You're fine.
And he has just barely gotten a hold of himself on the sea. But as he's a passenger and not a crew member on this ship, he's bored out of his mind. There is not a lot to do on the sea, unless you're actively working the ship. And within Allura itself, in a very small bar, but one that is frequented by certain people, some are pirates, some aren't, is Ambrose. It's not busy yet, but it's only a matter of time. I'm totally not setting things actively in the moment. That would be crazy.
Much DN, much WoW.
You know what? That's fair. And now we're actually going to move over to our map of Allura itself. This fancy activate button. There we go.
So fancy.
Map load, thank you.
Actors loaded.
Shortly after, you find here Toko is making her way in. These icons are not to scale whatsoever. And the ship is making its way towards its own port, but it is a bit further out here. I am going to need, this is an odd one, I am going to need an initiative roll from Toko and Avery. Avery, you're just going to give me a flat die and add 1 to it. Because this is initiative for your ship. Which, if I remember correctly...
Can I roll an actual dice? Because I forgot how to roll it.
Oh, well, an actual dice too.
Slash roll.
Well, you can also get things like initiatives directly up to character sheet. You just click the respective word. You don't have to.
I'll send a picture.
I trust
Yeah, I'll
you.
send a picture too.
I trust you. Just give me a roll.
I got a
Natural 20,
I got
just kidding.
I got dirty 20.
Dirty 20, 19 plus 1, cool.
Yo.
Oh god, hang on. I can't read it.
You probably should have used a different die.
No, I'm just blind.
My statement stands. Just get one of those really big ones with the giant numbers on it.
Critical problem with my dice. The 9 and the 6 are right next to each other.
Yeah. Do they not have dots?
Or lines.
No.
Okay, so you're not using that die again. And we'll just say the result is... I mean, it doesn't matter, you have a +3, your result is still going to be lower than the ship itself.
Okay, I'll take it.
Yeah, you probably end up with. And now, Avery, do you have anyone in particular up in the crow's nest? Any specific member of your crew, maybe one of your officers, yourself?
I think the person in the crow's nest would probably be Delora.
Alright, so Delora is first up. I need a perception check.
Shit.
Don't tell me they kill me.
You'll die. Probably.
What did I even get?
A
13?
13. Which, as anybody watching the stream can see, it appears up on the site there if we roll things in Foundry. It took me way too long to figure out how to do that. So, Delora, I mean, you see the ocean, you see the city. You've never, I mean, I shouldn't say you've never seen the city. You know this city, but you've been going in and out of this for really only about a year and a half now. So there's always something new you notice across the shoreline. And today there is a new ship being built, or a new ship setting out from these outer docks here. You can't actually see where the Mobionic is right now. There we go. And you see a disturbance in the sea out here, but you're not entirely sure if it matters. It could just be fish. You've seen some really big fish.
I would probably be like, at that moment, her stomach just does like a loud growl, and she's just like, oh, I really could go for some fish right now instead of all this hard tech. She's just kind of like trying not to think about how hungry she is, but at the same time horribly distracted by how hungry she is, just thinking about like the potential of getting all these fish while also low-key contemplating just diving off of the crow's nest in the ocean just to scoop them up.
That is the image I had in my head, honestly.
Toko, I will need a perception check from you as well. I believe you have a +2.
You're a +2.
Okay. That's the vibe we're going for today, huh?
Sure.
Somehow that almost seems complimentary, though.
I feel like that might be more insult, though. You know,
Coming
What am I
from her,
doing?
it's an insult.
Good.
Celebrations.
Perception.
What's a
A
+2?
+2 is good.
What was that, Toko?
I have a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You notice a ship bearing down on you.
Oh, well,
It's a ways away, but it's if you don't change course now, it will absolutely ram you.
I change. Mm.
You're currently heading kind of in this direction.
What? So ship directly headed towards me, or we're on
Ship's
course
coming
collision?
like this. It'd be course correction.
Oh, I think it's fine, and I stay course.
Oh boy.
Hooray.
Moves,
Vehicular manslaughter.
Move.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Darren, though, you think you'd be on the deck right now?
Maybe.
Or are you below, seeing if there's another goddamn hole in the boat?
Yeah, I've been checking for holes for a while. I'd probably be up for some air.
Go ahead and give me a perception check. You notice a ship starting to come out over here, and a disturbance of the water off the bow.
I guess I'd check more on the disturbance.
Give me, let's call that investigation. Oh, there we go. So you look closer at
All the
that,
dirty
and you
fleas
can
there.
see a twirl swimming through the water at a pretty decent clip, actually. Like, they don't usually move this fast. And you can hazard a guess, the same as she did, that you were definitely going to ram this poor turtle lady if you don't change course.
Hey, watch out!
Are you calling that to the crew behind you, or are you calling that out to her?
Probably her. Feel like it'd be easier to stop a person than a boat.
I'm not a person. I'm a turtle.
I'm
your
absolutely
person.
going to do a perception check to see if you even hear this dumbass.
I swear to you, nat 20.
No!
No way.
I'm not even kidding.
So
I'll
yeah,
roll
you...
again if you don't believe.
No. I trust you. So you hear a gruff voice off of this ship bearing down on you, and you fully look at it this time. you see a black flag flying off its middle mast, and a sea elf standing at the bow, waving for you to get the fuck out of the way.
Do I understand? It's a signal to get the fuck
And
out of the
you
way.
heard him say, "Get out of the way." You all speak
You
common.
know, what if I didn't? Damn.
You do. You don't get to change your languages
This
now.
turtle wants to die.
This turtle
Assisted
wants-
suicide by boat. Toko stops in her tracks, just kind of like treading water, staying afloat, and is just gonna watch the boat go by.
Boat comes in closer to the docks, and then veers off in this direction. Oh, I'm sorry. He's over here.
Toko thinks in her head they couldn't have just gone that way to begin with.
No.
I don't know how to steer
Someone is
ships.
steering the boat.
I see.
That's literally the answer. Is one of the idiots is steering the boat right now.
Fair enough.
I don't know which idiot, but it's one of them. There's unfortunately a few of them on this crew.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have a great time. And so Avery, your ship pulls into the Iron Moon designated docks over here. Just outside of Waterall, in one of the more affluent parts of the city. And Togo, you make your way up to Ocean. You've done this a couple times. It's not a new thing to have to avoid ships coming through and so on. You climb up onto the docks and walk into the city to do your couple errands. If you remember what they are. That's a check for later, though. Because we are going to jump over to Corvus, who is just now getting off of a boat. It's another pirate ship. A crew you do not know about. You never actually interact with them that much because, well, you don't fully trust them, to be fair.
Nope.
I don't think many pirate crews would trust us. It's the pirates.
Well, yeah, considering the circumstances that led him to be on this ship? Yeah. So you come off, you're on the docks, and the docks of this city, like, you've been in the docks in Ashen before more than once, and they don't go that far. These docks go out into the ocean nearly half a kilometer, and it's just like winding around of wood and boats and temporary... There's temporary housing out in the further south sides of this thing. Like, the docks here are massive.
Looking around, staring at all of the crazy stuff out here, like, wow.
And unlike back home, it is all... It's all at a standard humanoid scale. It is not at an earthborn scale. It is not scaled for gnomes and halflings.
It's all so big.
You have never... And you see some of these, like, floating houses out in this dock area, and you have never seen a building this big that holds so little. I mean, yeah, you've seen larger buildings, but here and there, there's only a handful that are really sized to accommodate the larger species in Ashen, and really a good chunk of Ataraxis, just because the majority of people you find there are Earthborn, dwarves and gnomes and Kender and all sorts like that. But an elf or a genasi, unheard of for the most part. And it's confusing. You're looking around and you can't even tell what the path to get to land is. But you can certainly go looking.
Yeah, I don't ask anybody for help because I'm worried that I might run into one of old Barry's goons.
Mm-hmm.
Barry Basie is Barry. I'll call it whatever.
Yeah. Then you're gonna have to give me a survival check. You successfully... Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Right off a dock.
You find yourself... Not quite, but you do find yourself on the wrong end. as you stare out into open sea. It's like you found your way in a direction, not quite the one you wanted.
Yeah.
Break down and ask for help, or keep trying to do it yourself.
Give it one more go.
Another survival check. You are lost and confused and nervous, just a little bit scared. And
We're on the scary docks.
not necessarily. It's just this is a massive, and like you're looking past the docks to what you can see the buildings, but it's just a maze of docks. It's weird. It's really weird. But you're just going left or right, and nothing seems to be a straight shot back. And you can kind of look out from the city where you find yourself here, and you're starting to think that these docks alone are like half of the town you grew up in. And you haven't even gotten into the city proper.
This place is pretty crazy.
But luckily for you, a strange creature climbs a ladder out of the ocean, clad in purple. Can I show this? Does it let me do that here? No, let's do that. I swear I took the time to learn Foundry before I...
That's what they all say.
Oh, yeah, no I can. I just didn't remember how to do it.
Yay, window.
Yes, a window. A light blue mottled turtle walking on both legs, wearing some purple garb. You can't really identify what it is offhand. You've never seen monks, you wouldn't know. And she's gonna give me another perception check.
Me and my perception, man. Just testing it.
Well, it's a gnome. You do not normally look at that level.
Oof. 11.
That's good enough. You come up out of the water here and take stock of your surroundings, and you see this little gnome man who, clad in like these dark shades of blue, navy and blue, a little piece of red hair sticking out, who looks very lost and very confused.
Let's see. So, God, I haven't figured out a voice for Toko yet. Let's see. Toko will swim up to this tiny, slightly scared person. I'll be like, "Hey, stranger.
Oh.
Are you lost? Do you need help?
Kinda.
Would you at least like to go to shore? I could have you hop on my back, I guess."
Huh? Wait, huh? Why?
Well, you're in the middle of water.
That's... You know what? That's absolutely true.
Did you
Sure,
want to be
sure,
here?
Sure, yeah. I'll take you up on that.
Okay. All right, let's get you to where there's land, huh?
I'm so sorry to do this, but I just think it's really funny.
Oh no.
Corvus,
Oh no.
Am I rolling another check?
are you going to carefully climb down onto this woman's shell, or jump?
Carefully, because
Okay. Damn.
I'm scared. I don't want to...
I see you climb down onto her shell. Toko, and we double check what your strength is. Yeah, you're fine. He's light. And you very easily swim him to shore. As you you're going like under docks and around ships at this point. Nothing's really moving around, so as far as you could tell, this strange turtle lady is very confident in her ability to get you to where you're going, or at least where she thinks you're going. And you find that... give me a perception check. Corvus. As you're looking around from this vantage point, where you can kind of see more of how the docks work, you see there are quite a few lines that go to shore, but they split off again and again, and that's what got you so lost. But there are like it's like a tree. You've got your main trunks, and then branches, and then branches, and then branches.
Dendritic.
What's that word again?
Like dendrites? Dendritic?
Yes, dendritic. I just couldn't think of a word like that. But she safely gets you to shore, pulls up right next to a line of docks. And a wall. Because they wall off the most of the shoreline here. Someone say something.
Proceed, that gets
I don't
quite
know what I'm
us.
doing. I'm waiting for this awesome huge turtle that I'm kind of scared of to do something.
For a city that gets a lot of storms, like they're pretty well prepared, not only for like the debris flying in, but also water coming in
Exactly.
through the water.
Yeah, Joker, you bring him up to the dock right next to the shoreline. It does have a ladder right there, so it's not like you're gonna have to throw him or something. Because that'd be really hard to do.
I would.
I know you would, but you don't have to. Unless you want to.
I feel like that's
Do
rude.
it.
Aaron, no.
Do it.
Oh man, what is this voice I'm hearing? Oh. Well, here's the shore, tiny person.
Thank you very much.
Toko tries to like hover a bit like even with the shore versus water, since water likes to move, so it's as stable as possible for them to get off her shell if they do so wish.
And Corvus, as you're climbing off there, because I assume you're just climbing onto that ladder,
Yeah.
you remember that you don't know where anything is in this city, and you are trying to find a place to become a pirate.
This is true.
And this is the only person who has been nice to you since you got here.
Hey, you wouldn't happen to know where, like, how to be... this is so stupid. Do you know... you wouldn't happen to know where to find a, like, place to become a pirate, would you? That seems...
Do I know where to find pirates?
I'm gonna say give me a history check at advantage. Wait, yes.
Ooh. Oh, well, thank God for that advantage.
What was your first roll?
My first roll was a 16. My second one was a natural 1.
Oh boy, so that would give you
Oh, no.
a 19 there. Perfectly
Yes.
perfectly serviceable for what I'm doing here. And yes, you do know a couple different places. There's a few bars scattered across the city, mostly along kind of the shoreline here. I need to make sure I have Ambrose in the right spot. Mostly along the shoreline here, but there are some deeper in that are frequented by pirates and similar people. You also think you remember where to find the Pirates Guild, as it were, if he was so inclined to go that route.
Well, then I respond to tiny dwarf person, because still no introductions yet between the two of us, I guess. Well, I think I know where the Pirates Guild is, but there are a few bars just on shore here that pirates tend to frequent, if you want to go there instead.
Pirates Guild, huh? Maybe we check one of the bars first. That sounds... the way you said that, it makes it sound like the bar is a bit closer. So maybe we could try out one of the bars first. Or I don't know. Do you want to come with? I kind of just started saying stuff.
Have I completed my chores?
You just got here, but you also know that the line to one of the bars you're thinking of, or there is a line towards one of the bars you're thinking of that would help let you complete most of them. As you just have to make a couple stops.
Okay. Well, Toko climbs the ladder shore thing up onto shore. To be next to this tiny human person. And she goes, "My name's Toko. I have a few chores to do for my monastery, but at the end of the line, there should be a bar you could take a look at if you wanted to tag along."
Corvus. That sounds... That sounds awesome, I think. Yeah, let's do that.
I think.
Okay, so Toko claps her fins together and then picks up this tiny person and plops him on her turtle shoulders.
Oh,
Don't want you getting lost now. This city can be dangerous.
it is pretty... It's a pretty big place, I've noticed.
Toko, give me a
And then
history
I-
check.
Oh. Oh.
Because I can't remember the results of the ones we did way back when, so I'm just gonna make you redo them.
That's fine. 18.
18. So clearly Corvus here is an Earthborn, which is a catch-all term here, which referring to gnomes, gnomes and gnomes, dwarves, halflings, kender, anything really that is like very small of a creature. They all generally come from Ataraxis. There are of course ones who come from the wider world, but when you're talking about the Laughing Isles, you will mostly find Earthborn in on Ataraxis. The way he's acting, he just came over from there. Because from what you know, you've never been there yourself, but from what you know, their towns are much smaller, their buildings are much smaller.
That tracks.
I mean, everything is scaled for them, so it's not big. But also just, Alora is the largest city within quite a ways, not just the Laughing Isles, but even the more larger land masses that are nearby. That totally have names, I swear.
Mm-hmm.
But you walk through the city with him on your shoulders, and you stop into a bookstore, get some scrolls, put those in your little waterproof bag. Thankfully, most of the stuff is prepaid.
Because I'm smart like that.
More so because you're just picking stuff up. There are a couple things that you did order yourself, but there is a system where people can send orders into Alora, and the Trade Workers Union will then disperse those to the various shops, and you just have to go pick it up, as long as the payment's been provided. You get some scrolls for your masters. You find some bits and bobs, fabrics and bread, just random crap, and they all go into this waterproof bag. That one is because you're smart, and totally not because you messed up the first time.
No, I totally messed up the first time.
And as you're walking, you two go past a. This is a massive city. You've got street food, and you pass stall after stall after stall of just various things that Corvus has never seen in his life. I don't know if he's gonna comment on them or just be like,
It's just it's too much to even take in. It's overwhelming.
that's kind of what I was thinking.
Jaw has been dropped.
Yeah, you can feel his hand on your head, just being patting your head once in a while, not in like a there type of, just like, what is that? 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 And you just slowly make through your city. You've got some lamp oil and this and this. Like, it's a small list, but it's enough to. By the time you're pretty much done, your bag is bulging. And then you
Sweet.
walk up to a small bar. That's somewhere here under Amros. And you gesture up at the sign that reads Ratatusker's Respite. And I'm gonna cut away. to the inside. Ambrose, because you're probably bored by now. Ding-da-ding. Ambrose.
Yeah, what's up?
Okay, just making sure you're left. It's not very busy in there right now. You're actually not even in the kitchen at the moment. You're wiping down some random table that's got a stain that's been there for like 30 years because, of course, it has.
Because why not?
And you're just listening to various conversations from pirates and the most clientele in here is pirates, but there's a few trades workers who come through, get something at the front, and then head off. Like, oh, I just got this huge haul over on Anth, and this and this and this, and roll me insight. You can roll the physical die or open up your sheet and click the word insight. There you go. They're lying. As per usual, half the people in here telling stories are lying their asses off.
Oh, so everybody's just talking shit all the time.
Exactly,
Gotcha.
yes. And this is completely normal. You're entirely used to this. And then you hear a call from the guy, Ambrose! Get in here!
What? Okay, so I walk in there slowly, kind of like, ah, shit.
In the kitchen is one of the oldest yuan tea you have ever seen. Not to say that you'll see a lot of yuan tea out here in general, but this guy's really old. And can still beat the shit out of you. You've tried. Many times.
So I walk back and I'm like, what do you want, Gramps?
Tongue flicks out. What time is it? Get cut. And he's referring to the standard prep work that you have to do that barely gets used because this place doesn't sell that much food, but he still has you do so much anyways.
Okay, so I guess I gotta get back to work then.
Your tail, as is shown here, you can kind of see it down at the bottom there, is actually prehensile. You can use it to do things, and you do quite regularly. Which is part of why he has you do so much, is just to keep you busy. Because he thinks that if he doesn't, you'll start stealing things again.
I mean, that's probably fair.
And we'll cut away from you for a little bit here. Back to the now docked Mobionic. Over here. And we'll pull out Arenthal and Delora and Avery. Why does Delora have an effect on her? Let's fix that. Why were you cursed? What did you do?
First.
I did it for fun beforehand when we were singing
yes.
Sailman song.
So you three leave the ship. Your first mate, Fizz, is electing to stay behind this time and make sure things come on and off the ship as they're supposed to. You don't always do that. He just decided this time he would.
And that getting a new cook would not necessarily need both captain and cook.
Not really. But I'll show him off real quick here. He falls under the category of Earthborn. He's only like 3 feet tall, or something. I'm sure it's on the sheet, and I don't feel like looking. While the rest of you head off into the city. Avery, you of course know this place like the back of your hand, especially this section. And you have tried most of the bars on this side, and have not found a worthwhile cook who actually knows how to cook, and isn't just trying to get on a ship. Because, oh, cooking's the easiest job, right?
These young bloods.
I feel like the entire time, Delora's like just very dramatically hung over Darenthal's shoulder because they are good friends, and she's just like, Dari, I'm so hungry. I don't think I'm gonna make it.
Dari,
Just slow down a little longer.
is a massive sea elf. And Delora is not just draped across his shoulders, but around his giant club. And he has no issues with this whatsoever.
The first moment they met, she was basically like, can I right on your shoulder.
Because while she looks like this, she is like 4'5" or something. Like, something like that, right?
And she's just under 5
That's
feet
what it
tall.
was, yes.
Oh, she's just a little gremlin.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes she
she's a
is. And extraordinarily dramatic. So of course, Avery, you lead the way into the city. Go ahead.
God, all of these cooks. Why can't we find a cook that's worth his salt?
I don't know, but the last one was really terrible. I don't think I've
Mm-hmm.
ever been that sick before in my life.
Yeah, and the way he died, like I can't believe that he killed himself with his own food poisoning.
It's actually rather extraordinary when you think about it.
Yeah, it's remarkable that no one else died.
It nearly killed a couple of you, though. A couple of your standard crew were real close to death on that one. And it wasn't even your resident healing cleric's favored way of people being hurt, unfortunately, so he didn't really want to do anything about it.
No, he really was not the best with that. We need to get a better healer on this push stat. Honestly.
Unfortunately, you're quite aware that a healer will be even harder to find than a cook, because most of them are already taken up by other crews,
Yeah.
or will not go onto a ship under pain of death because of other crews.
Maybe if I flirt with someone will be a cleric. I don't know. Let's just try it out.
And you head into the city, into Waterall here. And you tried again and again. I don't know why it keeps popping messages up there, and I'm just going to ignore it. At the bars in Waterall, even some of the stuff in Bank Mall, and every single time, they're worthless. They can't cook. They can't handle, like, you give them a test of, like, you have to only use these ingredients, and they're like, but I need this other stuff, and just break down under the concept of having limited resources. But that's kind of the main issue you're going to face as a cook on a pirate ship. You don't have an infinitely spaced fridge, or even a way to keep things cold, for that matter. Easily, at least.
Yeah, nutrition is very important those seas.
You've heard of some of the bars out towards like Breakier might be a bit better. Bars and restaurants down there. But you also know that you're probably not going to pull a cook out of one of those restaurants. So the bars are your better bet for sure.
Where's the place that we haven't gone yet? I'm looking to Darren and Delora. Where do you think we should go?
Well, there's that one bar with the sign with the funky looking, what is that thing? A rodent of
Is it a
some kind. It's got
chipmunk,
like a rat with a giant tail or something.
Oh, a squirrel.
A what?
Yeah, Delora is not well versed in land creatures.
Land creatures. Well, you just have to see it. Well, maybe
Okay.
you'll see one later in the wild, and I'll point it out later.
Oh, okay. I'll add it to my notes later then, I suppose.
But we can try that out. We haven't really gone there yet, so.
Delora, I'm gonna need we'll call this a survival check for seeing if you remember where this place was.
Okay. I gotta close out all of these extra character art.
Oh, I thought it would... Oh, no, that's just for mine. The stream map will close them automatically.
Oh, gotcha. What was it again?
Survival.
Survival. Okay. Oof.
Hey, Darenthal.
Oh man.
No.
You're gonna roll me first a history check to see if you remember what the hell this woman is talking about.
That's with a +5 also, by
Wow.
the way. That's a big oof.
Yeah.
That's a big move.
Oh.
So you do remember what she's talking about. Now let's see if you know how to get there. Give me a survival check. Hey!
Okay.
Oh.
So the quartermaster, who's normally supposed to tell you guys where to go, does not know where to go. Thankfully, your bosun does.
Hey. She's hungry, okay? She's not at her prime.
She's hangry.
Yeah.
They have some
She's
pretty good booze
wasting
there.
away.
So yeah, Darren, you remember where, roughly where it is, at least enough to get into the general area.
Follow me.
And Darren leads the way across the river. That doesn't have a name because nobody bothered to name it. Most just call it the Allura River, assuming that's what the city was named for, but no one's alive to know for sure. This day is hundreds of years old. You cross over into Bank Mall, through the fisheries and warehouses that dot the area closer to the docks. And then you make your way down here, into these streets. And this is where, Darren, thought you kind of lose your way a little bit because, well, you know the general area, you're not sure exactly what the building is, so now you're all just kind of searching for the sign. So I'd like all three of you to give me a perception check.
Well, my perception's great.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh my god!
Oh, look at him go!
Well, the other two
I
can...
remember where my beer is.
You two can still give me a check if you want to.
I did. I rolled a 7.
Oh my god. Avery?
Perception, right?
Perception, yes.
Perception?
15. So,
Get all the
Laura
bad rolls out
sees
now.
nothing.
Which is
Absolutely
funny.
nothing. Avery, you're just still kind of half following Darenthal.
Even though I know exactly where to go.
Do you? Do you though?
No, I'm just fucking around.
Yeah. And you notice he's just making he seems to know exactly where he's going. He makes this turn and that turn, and then he doubles back real quick, and then turns back around again. Probably making sure that you were still following him. And then he just lifts an arm and points at the sign in the distance.
Ah, there's the squirrel.
And you can actually make out from back here that very same Ratatosker's Respite. You guys make your way to it, walk through the door, and this is about when Togo and Corvus are here. And Togo, I'm going to need a perception check from you, and Darenthal as well, actually.
God.
Oh, you thought I was gonna make you make rolls? We're gonna take that first
Damn.
one, Darren.
Seriously,
What am I doing?
You're on a
Perception.
roll.
Yeah, you're on a roll today.
Just wait to get his nat one too.
That's a dirty 20.
So you actually both recognize each other as you come up the street.
Hello.
You are the one that almost hit me.
Huh?
Togo points at them.
Corvus is just confused.
No.
Delora, Avery, you have no idea what this woman is talking about.
Yeah, and Dolores just kind of like looks over at Toko, and then she's just kind of like, because she's so riddled with hunger, she's just kind of like, I haven't had turtle soup in ages. That's pretty good.
Roll me intimidation.
Jesus.
Oh no. Togo, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh man, already.
I wasn't expecting that.
Oh my god.
Turtle soup my ass. Oh fuck.
What'd you roll?
I'm ashamed.
I'm sorry.
What?
I'm not just.
Are you taking a picture of this one?
Uh-huh.
Oh god. Oh.
Beautiful.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
That is a natural 1. Toko, you are fully convinced that this Triton lady intends to eat you.
Corvus, I'm sorry. I take Corvus into my hands, like off my shoulder into my hand. I'm like, don't you come near me, or else I'll throw this earthborn at you. I'm fully intimidated.
Oh
Gremlin
my
fight.
god.
Oh my
Is it
God.
Earthborn fight?
Gremlin fight.
And Choco
I
goes,
choose you.
I will
No.
not. I will not be turtle soup tonight. I will just not.
Hey, hang on a second.
I imagine Corvus just like frantically like fucking flailing around in her head.
Absolutely is, yes.
Laura's eyes just like they kind of widen for a second. Her ears just perk up. She's like, "Oh wait, no, I didn't actually mean it like that. I'm sorry."
Nah, I don't know.
Give me a persuasion check.
Who? Who is persuade?
No.
Wipe the drool.
Yeah, Darren, she's absolutely drooling.
Look, I only eat turtles that can't talk. Well, I mean, I can talk to turtles because I
You're
live in the
eating my
ocean.
people?
But what? No, wait, no, that's not what I mean. I don't mean like
Okay.
giant turtles like you. I mean like it's not often. I mean, I don't just see turtles everywhere
Okay.
when I'm in the ocean. But it's just,
You only eat
Oh
So
my
you're
God.
eating my people, and you're saying not to be intimidated by you? Ma'am, I don't.
So Avery is trying to jump into this one now.
What is going on?
So as this happens, I just look to the barkeep and I'm like, oh my god, barkeep, can you?
You're not even in the
Can you
building
get my
yet. You're still
person-
outside. There are people like starting to form a
Oh, I thought we were
crowd
inside.
around you watching this happen.
Oh my god. Okay.
I'm serious. I didn't mean that I was gonna eat you. I mean, granted, you would probably feed me for like a whole month. That's besides the point, though.
Okay,
Excuse
okay.
me, ma'am.
I'm sorry. It's just an observation because you're a huge turtle and I'm just a small person. I'm sorry. I'm just really hungry. I didn't mean it like that. I promise. You can put your little friend down. He looks like he's about to pass out.
Corvus, give me a Constitution saving throw.
A what saving throw?
Constitution.
Con.
Okay.
You pass
Oh my
out.
god.
You fully pass out.
Toko notices, and she just slowly brings back her like turtle arm back in and like hold Corvus really close to her and be like, "You ain't getting me or my friend."
Okay, why don't we all just calm down?
Calm down, sir.
Hey, okay. I know tensions are high. Let's all. I'll buy you guys a meal. How about that? Let's all go inside, and let's all have a meal together, so that we can talk about what just transpired and how to get over it.
How do I know you're not gonna poison me? Or at least not that other small human person.
You fully know what a
Man,
train is.
this is
I
the
didn't know
first.
at the
This is
time.
the. Ma'am, I've never been
scared.
to this establishment before.
Togo, give me an insight
I'm
check.
just.
You're so frazzled right now.
What am I doing?
Insight.
Insight.
Sorry.
It's a 4.
You rolled a 2.
Okay.
Yep.
You don't believe him.
Good.
You think he's lying that he's never been here. You think he's been here before.
Ah, so you have been here. That's why you stuck your little friend on me.
Ma'am, I'm sorry that that my friend here said something that made it seem like you were going to be the recipient of an attack on you. But
Attack?
we've had
Attack? So she wanted to eat me. She wanted to make me into soup.
Ma'am,
That's full-on conspiracy to murder.
Ma'am, I assure you, we lost our cook about a week and a half ago. We've been on the sea for a week, We've only eaten jerky and hardtack, as well as the occasional lime. So I'm sorry for my friend, but she really needs to eat right now.
Well, it
Why don't we
ain't
all go
gonna be
inside?
me.
Dolores just kind of like sniffling. She's like, I'm really sorry. I really didn't mean it. I'm just so hungry.
You're gonna roll me another insight, Toko?
Sure. Okay, that's better at 19.
You can tell that Delora, there are tears streaming down her face. She is full sobbing. And it is sincere.
And just for added flavor, her stomach just was like a really loud like.
Toko looks at what is Flora again?
Triton.
She's a Triton.
Triton? Okay. Toko looks at the Triton and is like, I'll forgive you this time, but I'm watching you. And does the little like finger things, but with her fins.
I mean, she has fingers.
Well,
Sort of.
Sort of.
Sort of.
And so with that, you all head inside.
Am I still passed out?
Oh no, you wake up.
Okay.
And you are
I'm
like
patting
fully
Corvus's head.
in Toko's
Just
arms,
like-
getting patted on the head through your hat.
Oh my god, Corvus is like Toko's pet cat.
Soda almost came out my nose.
Her emotional support gnome.
Oh lord, what have I done?
Everything.
Everything.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you head inside. It's a small place, but there are a couple. There is like one table large enough for the five of you, sorry, to sit at, and that's counting Daranthal and Toko just being huge in general. Not huge size, but they're just big people.
No, so they're sitting in the chairs, not the booth.
Say that one again.
Like respectful human beings, yes. That we are not.
Nobody in this party is human. Nobody.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
And well, here's the thing: is you would all know this. Humans are one of the rarest species in the Laughing Isles, surprisingly. None of you know if that's the case in the rest of the world, but it's certainly the case here.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna go grab something. I'll be right back.
Go ahead. And
No,
Ambrose.
I'm also
we know
support
why?
gnome.
It's just because there aren't. Unless you want to give me a history check.
Can I do it? I do it. Watch it be a 1.
Toko.
I don't know what my modifier is.
For
Help.
history, you have a +3.
That's a 16.
It's a 16. Okay, Ambrose. Were you going for it? 15. That's the DC. So good job. At least for some of the information. Humans got driven out a good. I mean, well before this city was established as the capital of the area. Probably a good 1,000 years ago, humans were completely driven out of here, and they just never bothered to try coming back, except in smaller groups.
Fair enough.
And Ambrose, will continue on with you for a moment here. Move some of these around just so they're more visible. And you actually hear, your Yuan-Ti chef, who totally has a name that I am not looking up right now, comes over and pulls a pan off the wall, sticks it into slaps the handle into your tail, and you just reflexively wrap your tail around it. I would assume, at least, just because he does this all the goddamn time and it pisses you off sometimes. Why are you still listening?
Yeah, that's fine. I grab it with my tail and probably give him a little glare.
And then he's like, we just got a party. Like an actual party of people.
Well, you're telling me I have to work now?
You telling me you haven't been working?
Grandpa's got me cutting vegetables all goddamn day.
Hand comes up, and he just glares at you,
Sorry, I'm sorry. Let's get to work.
and then he smacks you.
Do I roll for damage?
No. It's not a damaging hit. He's just thunk. I have told you again and again and again and again and again and again. Stand your ground.
I know. It's hard.
Never want it to be known that Hoshui's apprentice is a coward.
You're right. Let's do this.
And you two are off. Give me. You should have cook's utensils on your sheet there. Give me a roll on those. Because Hoshui immediately sits down. He just fully sits down on a stool and watches you, arms crossed across his chest.
I mean, I guess that's okay. I figure I've got a pan in my tail. I've got at least a knife in one hand, maybe one in the other hand too. Maybe I can cut with both hands. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, you're off. You're going. You haven't even gotten an order from these people yet, but you're just moving along. I mean, it's not like you.
Well,
have a
I
lot of
mean,
options,
you
but...
gotta get some things started. You can't make these people wait forever.
Exactly. And we'll bounce back outside for a moment as you all are seated at this table, and trying to make a fun race for this. Just a random elf we'll go with. An elf woman comes up. Classic bar wench type looking thing, but not as low of a cut as one would expect. You know what? Leafy B,
A sexy bar wench is what he's saying.
but
Yeah.
not as sexy. It's a
You
more
said we don't.
modest outfit.
You said we're
Okay.
not like the busiest bar in the world, right?
Yeah, you have like her, you.
So I imagine, right? I'm trying to make a good impression on this big party that just came in because we don't get that very often. So I imagine I'm going to be bringing out some kind of an appetizer or something, just kind of on the house. We don't serve bread and butter here, but maybe I'll bring out some crab rangoons or something.
Hell yeah, crab rangoons!
Yes, dude.
But before any of
shellfish
that,
for a turtle.
this elf woman comes up. Oh, no.
Turtles definitely eat fish, or at least jellyfish. Maybe it's jellyfish rangoons. I don't know.
No, they do. eat it. I used to have red-eared sliders, and we would. I mean, this is kind of morbid. Sometimes we would get goldfish from from Petco and put them in their tank, and yeah, they would make quick work of them.
We have
Those
snakes.
are
It's
alright.
okay.
Before all that, this elf barmaid comes up and she's like, "Are you eating?" And she's like clearly surprised.
That is the plan.
So Laura just slams her fist on the table. She's just like, after how many days and weeks I've suffered eating nothing but tasteless, flavorless, food poisoned rubbish. You're damn right I'm gonna be eating here.
Can Toko throw one of the ragoons into Dolores' mouth?
They have not come out
She
yet.
does
They have not come out yet.
Damn it!
You have
That
to deal with
would've
her
been great.
yapping still.
Laura just very slowly just slides one into her mouth, and she's just instantly placated.
Right, just a little.
It's like, oh, okay. I don't think we have a menu. And she runs into the kitchen. Ambrose, there's 5 of them. There's this big sea elf and a turtle, and she is freaked.
You reckon they like crab?
Hey, and that stops her in full. She just,
I mean, I've been working on this appetizer. Wow, I don't really know what accent I was going for there.
yeah, you've switched between a couple of them now.
I was trying to go for Scottish lad at first, and then I don't really know what happened. Anyway, I've been working on this appetizer. It's crab rangoons. Bring it out to them.
And then there's a door chime. The friend's like, no, I gotta do the bar. And she rushes out the other. There's a couple different doors into the kitchen here, and one goes into a bar area that she rushes out to serve these other people. And you were just left to do this on your own, apparently.
Bloody hell.
What does Cook do the most work?
This place.
I don't
is-
know, but at this point, I guess I just walk it out and, you know, come out to the table.
As the door opens again, he comes out with this platter. Delora, your head just snaps over as the scent hits your nose.
Boy, you look like a group of hungry lads.
I'm starving. Bring it in.
She doesn't even wait. It's
No.
all gone
Yeah.
before you make it to the table.
No.
Roll me a flat d20 to see if you just leap up from your seat and almost attack this man to get the food that he's holding.
Let's see. All right. What's the command for
Slash roll space 1d20.
Okay.
19.
Yeah.
You successfully resist the urge to leap from the table and try to rob this man of the food that he's about to give you.
But you can barely tell, like, very much tell from her, like,
She's
her energy. She's practically vibrating.
yes, she's
She's like gripping the
so
table by
twitchy
Yeah.
and shit.
Rude.
But yeah, he puts this plate down, and you're gonna give me one more cooks utensils check.
Don't drop it.
He doesn't drop it. This isn't for that particular system. So yeah,
I don't suppose I can get like advantage or anything on taste, huh?
no.
Damn.
Your DC is 10 here. You're fine. It's beyond edible. It's actually good. So I'm gonna probably say you put this down and head back into the kitchen because you left something on the stove. Or something. I don't fucking know. I don't know how you're running this.
Now
Toko
listen,
slowly.
boys, you tell that lovely lady over there what you want, and I'll make it in the back there.
I'm gonna need I'm gonna just say a flat d20. I'm gonna say from Amros first. Again, slash
was the
roll
command
one,
again?
slash roll 1d20.
Thank you.
I could add a skill that's just flat d20, but I don't know if it'd work. You managed to remember that you don't actually have a menu for them to look at, and you don't have that much shit to cook.
Can Toko slowly slide a ragoon into Delora's mouth?
Absolutely,
While this
yes.
is all happening? Cool.
Alright, so I turn around, and like I only rolled a 6, so like I turn around embarrassed, and I'm like, alright, actually, I have a bit of a confession to make. I don't have a menu, or very much food for that matter. But if you're open to surprises, I'll make you something good.
You know what? That sounds great to me.
I am interested to see how this comes out.
Toko nods her head in agreement.
When Delora, like, eats this rangoon that was just oh so gently, like, just lipped to her, she's just kind of like, I'm sorry, I promise I'll never threaten to eat you again, Mrs. Turtle Lady.
I'm gonna die again.
You know, we are short on ingredients. Turtle soup might be an interesting concept.
No one's eating
Ambrose, roll
turtle.
intimidation.
Fuck.
I did it for the first one, I have to do it for this one.
Oh my god.
Wisdom
Jesus.
saving throw.
Jesus!
I'm just not the menu. What is it? Wisdom?
Wisdom.
Fuck.
Don't tell me you rolled another nat 1.
It's a 2.
Alright. As he walks into the kitchen, you aren't entirely sure if he was joking.
Toko pats Corvus's head and be like, why does everyone want to eat me?
I'm not
With like 2 tears falling down from each eye, but not symmetrically.
Oh god!
No.
Darren is just gonna put his hand on her shoulder and say, I don't want to eat you.
Thanks.
No one is eating anybody.
You don't know that.
this poor turtle. I'm so sorry, but also this is really fucking funny.
He's so
Honestly-
That was the title. Who eats the turtle?
Right. Honestly, this is funnier than her getting hit by the boat. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that was the original plan. But you dodged it because I wanted to give that chance. And this is
Thanks,
so
but it would
much
be even
better.
funnier if we left and then you still hit me with the boat.
Honestly, yeah.
At 20, still hitting the boat.
So I mean, Ambrose is just cooking.
I hope it's not
Let
turtle.
him cook.
I mean, Ambrose, feel free to send me like a message about what you're trying to do here. But everybody else is just gonna have to have a conversation now, or something.
So I look to I look to what was it Toko and Corvus. So what brings you into this part of town?
Corvus? Dogo, you don't have to worry about anything here, but Corvus, I'm gonna want you to give me... Let me think here for a moment. Just give me a deception. You are willing to lie about this for now. At least about the specifics.
You know, I was just seeing the sights here in Allura. You know, pretty big city. I've never been here before. Thought it would be kind of cool to take in the sights and kind of get to know the lay of the land here.
Oh, interesting. You're from the Isle of
Ataraxis.
Ataraxis. In character, I'm like, what is it called? Oh, Ataraxis.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh, so you just arrived. Well, I'm from this city, but technically we're privateers, and we've actually come into this place seeing if we can get someone to be our cook because we lost our cook semi recently due to a bad accident with him food poisoning himself. He was really not a good cook.
It was chicken.
That doesn't sound right.
Delora threw like a fistful of creme rangoon. How was you washed?
And you have no context of what the hell she's talking about. She just says
Yeah.
it wasn't washed through a face full of crab rangoon.
No, he was the worst.
Oh, I misheard that.
Yeah, doesn't sound
I heard
great.
that. Yeah. We're also looking for more people to put on the crew because it seems like we're short on really skilled fighters on our crew, as well as people to do reconnaissance that don't really draw too much attention. You all wouldn't happen to know anyone like that, would you?
You know, I can get around pretty easily without being noticed. I mean, especially in a city like this. This place is so big and, well, I'm not.
Yes, young man. I believe that you would do great weaving through the shadows of the city. Why don't you come on my crew? What have you done?
Oh, it sounds like it's better than what I got planned right now, which is kind of a whole lot of nothing.
Well, if you do decide, then we have great benefits.
I was gonna say, we have a great benefits package.
Yeah, we have a great benefits plan.
You won't find out until you get hired, though.
Yeah.
It's one of those. Well,
Yes, we are privateers.
Yeah, Darren Thal is saying this out of his own self-experience.
suppose I got nothing to lose. Yeah, I'll take you up on that.
All right. Do you have any special skills that I should be aware of?
Corvus, your hand falls to your deck pouch.
Got a couple of cards up my sleeve, so to speak.
Can I like, can I roll insight to see if I know what they mean?
I'm gonna say
Or, like,
no. The
okay,
particular thing he's got going on is not something you would really have any awareness of.
okay. That wasn't, yeah, okay. What about you, young lady? I've never really encountered many.
As you start trying to speak to Toko, Ambrose bursts through the doors. Uh,
Oi! I hope you're all hungry.
Better not be turtle soup.
So I set down a whole bunch of, plates and stuff in front of everybody, and then come out with a bunch of food.
there's meat pies, there's a pot of stew, a plate of roasted vegetables.
What you've got in front of you is a selection of our best meat pies, roasted vegetables, and our inn's quality stew. It's all high in nutrition and should be absolutely fantastic. When you're all done with that, I've got a special treat at the end for you.
And you're gonna give me, let's say, 3 utensils checks. Okay? Okay. Alright. I'm gonna apply that 14 to the roasted vegetables as you guys are eating that. Who is actually gonna go for the roasted veggies, actually? Let's start there.
I probably.
Toko will.
I might snag a couple.
Yeah, I might like snag one.
So those of you grabbing that, it's not, the best roasted veg you've ever had in your life, but it is very tasty. The meat pie, those of you who dig into that, it's probably a beef base, I would bet. Probably not very good cut of beef, of course.
Listen, it's meat. That's what matters.
But it's cooked to perfection. That crust is nice and flaky. The vegetables
I look at.
the vegetables and meat are all the exact same size. Sorry, go ahead.
I look at the.
Oh, that was
I
April.
look at the. Oh,
No, you're fine.
yeah. I look at the cross section of the pie. I'm like, oh.
And it
the
stays
person
together.
who
It's
did
not.
Definitely knew what they were doing.
It's not soupy or like it stays together well enough.
Mhm.
You don't need like a spoon to go in after the rest of it.
Yeah, like I'm probably just like eating half the pie, honestly.
Mm-hmm. And then the stew.
Oh.
Who's taking the stew here? I mean, I'd assume Darenthal at minimum.
Absolutely.
I'll give it a shot.
I'd say Dolores having some of everything.
Yeah. Yeah, she's pretty much just kind of snacking on everything.
Toko's suspicious of the stew.
The stew it's not beef. He doesn't have that much of it. It is fish based. And as you're getting into that, it's clearly not turtle.
Mm.
Laura will definitely.
I
eat
promise it's not
mostly the
turtle.
stew.
See, you walked away, and you said.
Uh,
A wee joke, love.
and those are the ones that's sitting flat, like Laura and Darnell, who've eaten fish their entire lives and almost nothing else for meat. In Dolores' case, literally nothing
Yeah.
else.
She only eats fish as far as meat goes.
It's not just one fish that he's got in this stew. There's probably 3 or 4 different types of fish, but it doesn't conflict. He's managed to take multiple types of fish with vegetables and this nice stewing base and create something that doesn't have things fighting against each other to taste good, or just to taste in general. The stew is easily the
I
best
just
thing he
look at
brought out.
Like I don't really eat the soup, but I like as soon as I smell it, I get a spoonful of it, and then that's when I take a spoonful, then I drop it, and then I look at Amros, and I'm like,
Oh, hold on. Ambrose, did you stay out to watch their reactions, or did you go back into the kitchen?
Oh, I
Yeah.
went back into the kitchen. I had a surprise to prepare.
Yeah. He did say that he had a surprise for
Oh.
at the end.
I just want
Yeah,
to make
he's
sure.
just sitting at the head of the table looking at all of us with just the knives in his hands, just
Then as soon as I take a sip of take a spoonful of soup, I drop it and then run into the kitchen.
You run into the kitchen and you see Ambrose using his tail to like stir something on the side. And then there's just this Yuan-Ti off in the other corner, sitting on a stool. Who's he goes, "The hell are you doing?"
I don't flinch, by the way. I keep cooking the entire time.
And this Yuan-Ti, you've seen Yuan-Ti before. I mean, you've seen almost everything that lives in in these aisles. This man is old. Some of his scales are just pure white in contrast to the standard coloration on him. He's got like these nice greens in him normally, but he's got some like this white scales where their pigment is gone. You can see through some of his scales. You can see straight skin.
I just look at him. I bow a little bit, like bow my head, and like,
Grunts and
sir, I don't mean to take your working crew away from you, but I'm in need of a chef, a cook on my ship, and I've not had anything like the food that your cook has prepared for me today. The level of ingenuity and
yeah. Who are you?
I am Captain Avery Ironmouth.
I immediately stop cooking.
Iron Mop?
Yes, I'm quite famous, quite the famous privateer.
Yeah, shut up.
What was that?
I don't need some royal brat taking my cook.
I get back to stirring.
Like and like the impending silence was just like very like off in the background. You hear Delora like exclaiming in a basically fish tongue because she's just like so like over the moon about this soup that she just like falls back into her native speech and no one understands what the fuck she's saying, but it sounds very complimentary.
Toko, you're gonna roll me real quick. Insight. We didn't set all your languages. So we're gonna roll a flat insight.
Unless an 8'll do it.
You do not speak fish.
Turtle, what the fuck?
Well, nobody's taught you.
I mean,
Turtle is
right.
a very different language.
Turtle isn't a language.
You don't know my history, bitch.
But I do. That's kind of the entire point. So you don't know what the hell she said. But yeah, so this Yuan-Ti calls you a royal brat.
Sir, I've really not been able to find anyone in this entire city like your cook. I would give you
as you're speaking, I'm sorry. He physically turns his head away from you.
The disrespect.
At this point, can we assume that like I'm getting close to being done?
Yeah,
like I'm
yeah.
putting the finishing touches, the burners are getting turned off, and now the kitchen's kind of quiet.
Yes.
This is dead quiet.
Yes, it's just dead quiet.
Someone needs to roll something for palatable tension in the kitchen, please.
I've just got this plate with the dessert on it that like I'm just kind of hiding.
Let me just roll
It's
my die
got
back
one of those
here real
dome
quick.
lids on it.
Oh, the closest.
So that's a 10. The elf barmaid rushes into the kitchen, stops.
Well, I guess I'm gonna bring this out to the table now. Okay. And I just walk out.
Avery is
Like,
fully in your way.
Excuse me.
Because he's like standing just inside the
Oh.
doorway.
And I'm just gonna give y'all a little like looking at Avery's eyes right now. This is the first time like anyone's ever done like reacted this way to them.
He has never had full disrespect like this.
So he's not, his brain's not working right.
For
got
our
a
Are
four
process.
page
are
sound.
you yeah, like are you like shocked or are we more like is this more like a tense moment?
I'm kind. Oh, it's kind of a bit of both, honestly.
Fair enough.
His string of luck and getting crew members is running short now. He's like, oh man.
Oh,
Like, Grumps,
um.
I'm never gonna be a real chef here.
Are you saying that to Hosuri?
Yeah, sorry.
He is not even speaking to you. He actually turns even further so he doesn't have to look at you.
And I just kind of mutter under my breath. I'm just, oh, whatever, old bloke. I'm sorry. Can you move so I can bring this to your friends?
Yeah. Yeah. Just. Yeah.
And I, walk out the door.
It's just, Avery too stunned to speak.
Hosuri used disrespect. That's super effective.
Yes.
Didn't even need to roll.
If I had to roll, it would have been so much better because I physically cannot roll lower than a 10.
I mean, depends on what the check is.
Yeah.
It's not every check that you do that on.
Yeah, that's fair. But for
Eloquence is good, but it's not that good.
No, it's not that.
So you see Ambrose come back out into the dining area without Avery. And none of you actually know what happened in the kitchen.
Dora just like runs up to him and she's just still jabbering like in her fish speak. And she's just like looking up at him with like
It's these
wide eyes.
She runs up to these like blubs and glubs and weird, like these weird sounds that you don't think you could even make with your goddamn mouth. Like
It's like she's gurgling water underwater.
yes, exactly what that's almost exactly what it sounds like. Yes.
Toko's suspicious of now the pastry because now Avery is gone, went into kitchen, and now there's a dessert.
I told you, I'm not bloody cooking anybody.
Yeah, I think everyone's notices Toko just like craning her head at him and twisting it around a little bit, like, is that?
Oh, I can totally see the look, like just
Oh, yeah.
like the suspicious, like what is in that container?
But you have a small, barely comes up to your mid-torso Triton just jabbering away in a language you do not understand.
What are you saying? I
She
are
just
you a
kind of like
fish?
she just kind of like stops and blinks, and she's just like the blue of her cheeks just turns like a really purple. She's just like, oh, oops, this is embarrassing. It's good. And then she just like runs away back to the table. And she just like kind of looks up at Darthal and she just like put her like head right against his side, like she just does not want to be seen by anybody. She's just dumb.
And then I guess just me once again under my breath, like, oh, that Captain Ironbroom's got some crazy friends.
Iron Bro.
Oh yeah, no. I was only half listening in the kitchen.
Oh my god. I would love if he just called him Iron Broom for like
For the rest of the time.
yeah.
Like, oi, Captain Iron Broom! It's Iron Mouth.
I might just switch up utensils each time.
Oh my god, yes.
Even better.
Okay, at this point,
Mhm.
I try everything I can with this old man, like trying to get him to, or trying to get Amros on my ship.
Mhm.
literally basically resorting to like pulling out my like blank check and I'm like, how much do you want?
Does not respond. Does not look at you.
For a little context here too, I think like I do kind of want to join you, but I've also got this attitude that you can clearly probably tell. You can see it written all over my face that like I've just resigned to like this is my life.
Ah,
Well, I'm referring to Hoshua here, not Ambrose.
wait,
Fair enough.
This
My
old
bad,
man Yuan-Ti will not react to Avery at all.
wow. And like I'm just frantic, like just like don't know what to do because I've never like seen someone do this level of disrespect to me.
You have never been ignored in such fullness, in such absoluteness, ever in your life. You're gonna roll me insight.
Okay.
I've let you stew on that one long enough.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to stew longer. I'm so sorry, but that's just how it's gonna be. You gotta make the rolls for it to work out. Ambrose, when you walk out, have you actually dropped this extra treat on the table
Nope.
yet?
No, I am sitting there with a like dome-lidded silver platter type thing.
With a suspicious turtle looking at him.
Yup. And Delora trying to not look at him because she's fucking embarrassed.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the
Yeah, so
scene.
at this point, I would, walk to the table and be like, "All right, I did promise you something special at the end." And then, do you want me to roll for this one?
Yes, please. Another cook's utensils. I'll give you advantage. Hit the up arrow is what I was gonna say, but that's fine too. It's a good thing I gave you advantage.
Oh, I figured just roll twice, but
Yeah, roll. Yeah, but it's if you hover over the line with the 17 on it, you'll actually see an up arrow and a down arrow, and that's how you can roll advantage and disadvantage.
Gotcha. I'll keep that in mind.
If the particular roll doesn't give you the option, at least. Yeah, like that. I love how your disadvantage roll would have been a slightly better result, and it did not work. So yeah, he places this platter down, and I'm assuming just at this very like showy reveal of what's underneath.
Yeah, I placed the platter down, and I'm like, "All right, feast your eyes on this. I've worked and worked and worked and tried to perfect my craft. I really hope you love this." And then I whip the top off real quick with like a little flare.
And what does that reveal?
Something.
You didn't give me much specifics over here, so that's why I'm asking.
Oh, sorry, me realizing that I have push to talk. I'm thinking it's like a berry tart, like Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland style, like somebody's eating my tarts. So I'm thinking it's like a raspberry tart or something.
Okay. So yeah, you lay his eyes on this decently sized raspberry tart.
Oh no, it's the captain colored.
Whoa.
Just because it's red. Oh my lord.
No, she doesn't actually say that, but it's just.
No,
No,
you
it
said
clicks in
that.
Coco's head, and she's just crossing her arms and glaring, like. Mm-hmm.
No,
Not
Delora,
people in the
absolutely.
back.
I'm sorry, but no, you actually say that because it's too goddamn funny. Because yeah, Toko goes, yeah, it sure is.
Toko, I can't help but notice that you've been worried this whole time about somebody eating you, but now that it's time to eat the captain, we're kind of like, we're all for it now, right?
You want to resort to cannibalism?
I'm just,
In a sense,
I'm just putting out there that, maybe there's a little bit of a double standard at play.
I I'm not okay with your new captain.
Dolores
I'm
just
sure
kinda,
that's
looks
not the
over
cap.
at the tart and she's
Are
just
any
like,
of
well,
you gonna try it?
It's really the
if-
captain.
God damn it, Corvus.
if it is the captain, it looks pretty tasty.
My God.
She just kind of like going cuts herself a slice. She'll just take a bite. She's like, "Wow, the captain tastes absolutely delicious."
No.
You're not gonna
We only
convince
had
Coco
one.
nothing's not
Oh
people.
my god.
Oh my God. What bit have I started? There's always a bit.
Exactly.
Uh, Avery, how you going? How you doing in there?
You coming out of the kitchen yet?
Okay, okay. At this, I'm. So at this point with my character, I feel like with the level of just straight up ignoring me, it would make my character like question themselves.
In what?
Oh my god! Like question their sanity.
Okay. I'm not gonna make you roll for anything just yet.
Okay.
Is he
I'm
still
gonna-
in the kitchen?
He is still in the kitchen, as far as I'm aware.
Okay.
Are you gonna keep trying to get him to, like, listen to you? Are you gonna head out and just be like, I don't know what the fuck to do?
No, no. I question my sanity so much. I'm like, I'm just gonna head out. I'm just not. I can't get through this, dude. Like-
As he walks out, Delora looks up and she's like, "Hey, Todd's not the captain at all."
Someone called me a tart.
There we go.
That rumor. What? That's just a rumor.
Let me just roll something real quick. Okay. That was cocked, actually. Okay.
And she's like, "Hey, Kevin, this cook is pretty good. Can't we just like kidnap him or something?"
No, it wouldn't be the worst idea.
No, D. That would be a crime.
And she's like, "Oh,
I'm still here, you know.
fine."
Yeah, it was just like,
We could.
I'm still here.
We
What's...
could wait. We could wait
I'm
until
just
after
taking the
he's-
bloody lid off.
Yeah, everyone's just standing right there.
Well, see, are you like contractually obligated to continue working for this guy?
It's a wee bit complicated.
Ah,
Technically, you don't have a
Much like
contract,
my
though.
accent.
Are you indebted to this man?
Technically.
It seems like he doesn't want to part with you.
Well, you see, he's it's complicated. Like I said, he's kind of like my master, isn't he? But he's also kind of a mentor.
When you say, I'm sorry, when you say master, we've been around so many, like we brought so many people out of slavery that whenever I hear that, red bells go off. So I want to be very clear. Do you mean like a master as in like a master, like a culinary master, or what are we like? Are you okay? Like this is.
He caught me bloody stealing.
That does not answer his question whatsoever.
so are you like
Blink
paying
twice
off
if you're endangered.
He caught me bloody stealing, and I had no way to pay off my debt, and now I work for him, and in a weird turn of events, I enjoy being a chef, and I'm good at it, and here we are.
Is he listening, the master guy?
As far as you know, he is not.
Quit your job, run away with us.
I love how Corvus is the one saying this as he's just been added to the crew.
Oh, right?
I
So
mean,
old.
it kind of makes sense because like, we're talking about getting a cook, and then this, like, with how I reacted,
hmm
yeah.
I'm not entirely
Um,
sure what he'll do to me if I go with you.
well, how long have you been with him?
Well, since I was, gosh, probably like 12.
Oh, you're with a wee lad. I can see why you stay with him, but it doesn't seem like you enjoy being under him anymore.
Seems like a bit of a dead end to me.
Gramps is a bit of a wash, but he keeps me fed, he keeps me in a warm bed. And like I said, I don't know. What if he retaliates? What if he comes to find me? What if I don't know? He's a master. You might not look it. He's old and cranky, but he's actually pretty terrifying.
Oh,
Toko
come on
nods in
now.
agreement,
It's
reminding-
just one
remembering
old
him
man
too.
against, she just kind of like wiggles her fingers as she looks around. However many we are.
You got any fingers on those hands? You can count with them.
I don't know how to count.
Yes, she
It's
does.
the best in this.
Yeah, you were saying something, Toko?
I don't remember anymore.
You were too distracted by however many of us we are.
Uh-huh.
Because the last thing I said was how long, and then
Yes.
Yeah, so actual answer to that question, since I was like 12 and I'm picturing myself being like, hang on a second.
I think
Okay.
you did give me an age. Let me see.
That's what I was wondering. I feel like I just went with like kind of close to mine, so like mid-20s, but like basically I picture myself having been here for like basically a decade.
So he's 22.
Give or take, yeah.
Just a wee lad.
Well, it sounds like you've worked under him for over a decade. Don't you think that you've outgrown this place? It seems like you're not very happy staying here. I understand that you feel indebted to him, but at a certain point, it's like
All right,
you can only do so much with it.
I'll go with you.
Sweet.
That's great, and we do have a very great benefits package, so you don't need to worry about.
Is the
No.
old dude? I'm sorry. Is the old dude gonna do anything? Because that's like kind of what I was trying to
You
lean
don't
into.
know. You
I
don't
have
know.
no idea. Okay. Yeah, that's my fear here. That's what I'm afraid of. I'm
But
afraid of him retaliating.
He
Is
will know
basically
you're
what it's
leaving
coming down
because
to.
there are some of the tools in that kitchen that he said were yours. Like they specifically do belong to you.
Right. So in my leaving, I'd be taking that with me.
Correct.
And so on. Of course, he would probably also just notice that there wasn't me.
I mean, maybe.
Well, clearly he doesn't do a lot of cooking.
Oh no, he taught you how to cook.
No, I know. I just mean he sits on the stool.
Yeah, because you do the work.
Like I said, the problem is I've got no idea whether or not he's gonna retaliate.
Well,
I don't think that'll be an issue. We have quite a lot of people on our crew, and also, our benefits package is backed by the government of Alora.
here's
Or
my.
bu-
I was
or
like,
but-
wait, is?
Here's my take on this. If we go at night or while your boss guy is sleeping, might be possible to get out without him even noticing that you left.
We? Who's this we?
Delora and Toko actually both give me a nature check.
Ooh, mama.
15. Wait, hang on. I lied. 22.
Holy shit! What?
Wow.
Is that
I rolled a
that-
17.
The
no.
big boy
Oh.
modifier.
Oh! I added too much.
Your nature is a
That's a dirty
plus
20.
3. That's a
No.
dirty
I
20.
was like, that's a okay.
Where
Yeah,
are you
no,
getting
I-
a plus 5? What did you add?
You have a
17.
20 in that stat.
5. Don't worry about it. It just I rolled a 17. I can't do math.
I know you have.
Yeah,
Like
don't look
Delora.
don't look at my plus 80 persuasion.
I'm not going to look at your plus 8 in persuasion. That's terrifying me.
I don't know
Oh,
why I
What the
thought
fuck?
twice, but it's fine.
so you both know. I'd say Delora is more in tune with the movements of the ocean than Toko would be. But even Toko knows because she does a lot of just transoceanic swimming, so she's got to know some of this stuff. The tide. The tide.
He had a cough.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I'll just die. The tide is going out well before dark today. So if you wanted to like do what Corvus is suggesting, it wouldn't be until at minimum the following night. You wouldn't be able to do it tonight if you did it his way.
See, Togo's reaction is still the same. Who's we?
Yes.
Togo was not recruited in this.
No, she is not.
But how is she gonna leave behind her emotional support gnome? She can't just let him go off onto adventures on his own. What if something happens to him?
Yay!
Yeah, I kind of got sidetracked by how good the food was, and I forgot to even talk to Togo.
Yeah.
Togo's here just like, what do you mean we?
Yeah.
Like,
I'd say
I'm
Toko
gonna-
says
I'm
that
gonna
out
go.
loud, and Avery just leans out of the table. Well, you see.
I'm sorry. What business did you have here again? I've almost completely forgotten what we came in here to begin with.
I believe that's to Toko.
Yeah,
What?
Well,
we're in the business of helping people. So even if you don't join us, we can help you if you're going somewhere.
Well, I mean, I was threatened to be eaten by one of your crew members. And then the chef you want to recruit, so,
I'm not gonna eat you.
Oh, I
See, that's what
Hold
she
on, hold on,
said.
hold on. Ambrose, give me a persuasion check. You believe him. Unless you want to give me insight.
Yeah, fuck it. I had to do it last time.
No, that's true. You did.
Well, it's a 7.
So yeah, you believe him. And to be fair, he's
Okay,
not lying.
well maybe not the chef dude, but like,
Oh, that's just Delora. We don't eat turtles on the ship. She was just raised down in the sea, so most of
I
her
mean-
life, and she's not really that ravenous usually. It's just she was so hungry with us not having a cook. You shouldn't really, you could, but you shouldn't blame her for it.
well, I just met y'all today, and that was pretty threatening right off the bat. So I'm gonna leave my emotional support Earthborn here with you, and I'm gonna go back to my monastery because I think I'm overdoing doing my supplies.
Did you want
Oh,
me to
he
pay
wasn't
you
your
for-
pet?
No, I also met Corvus today.
Did you want me to pay you for taking me into town?
Wow, I was already headed in to begin with.
Yeah, but you were really helpful to me, and I thought that I should repay the favor at least somewhat.
Nah, you can owe me later if we ever cross paths again.
I will keep that in mind then. Thank you.
And if you
So,
ever, and if you do ever need help, and if you see our ship, don't be afraid to call out. If you're ever in danger, we will back you up. So, because
Well, I don't even know your name or your crew members. I just got Corvus, so I guess now Delora. I'm not sure about the rest of you.
oh, I thought I said my name earlier.
You do not know.
Not to.
Damn it. Oh,
yeah.
not so. That's right.
That was
That was
to
the kitchen.
Ambrose and
Yeah, that was-
Hoshri.
Yeah, I think I'm the only one that knows your name, which is kind of weird, actually.
Well, to be fair, he's the worst at introducing himself.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
this
have
is
to not introduce
this is
myself.
canonical.
Yeah,
He does not know how to do introductions.
exactly. He recruited Darnthal and neither of them knew each other's name.
I mean, I knew his name.
Yeah.
He introduced himself. Didn't ask for me.
Later. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
I don't
But
need
you
to
did
know-
not learn
I don't
his
need to know
name
someone's
in, I
name to
believe,
help
the
them.
entirety of your joining the crew.
Yeah, it wasn't until after I joined that it was just like, oh yeah, this is my name. By the way.
And
Oh,
I'm
so
sorry.
where are we? We're all just standing around the table
Yeah.
still? Like,
I'd say you and Avery are staying. Yeah, the rest of them are sitting.
Well, Toko was
I,
trying to leave.
Yes, Toko is trying to leave. You're right.
I just told Toko, well, we are the Iron Mop Pirates. If you ever see our ship or
You
the
are not
flag,
the Iron Mop Pirates.
fuck the Iron Mop.
Iron Abyss Pirates.
Iron Abyss. God damn.
You came up
No,
with that
name
name
yourself
yourself.
an Iron Mop.
I'm Captain Iron Mop of the Iron Abyss Pirates. And if you ever
Ah!
see our flag, know that you're safe.
Well, you guys also just almost hit me upon coming to shore, so...
Toko, when you hear Iron Mop and Iron Abyss, go ahead and give me a history check. You enjoying
Wait,
yourself,
we almost
Avery?
hit her? I said, wait, we almost hit her?
Ah, yes.
That's a 3.
Maybe.
Yep,
No, I'm
you got
sorry,
nothing.
that's an 8.
You still
8
got
plus
nothing.
3, fuck. Nah.
When
Okay,
when was someone
fine.
going to tell me that we almost collided with a Tortle?
I did shout.
Wait,
And I
is
shouted
that what
too.
Dari was yelling about earlier?
Yeah.
Oh.
Very bad first impressions here with the turtle.
I
Yep.
got no idea what anyone is talking about.
Yep.
I'm
Ambrose
sorry.
is just as confused.
Yep.
I don't like to assume that it's the same turtle. I know
Do you
that they're
see him
rare
now?
around these parts. I know that they're rare around these parts, but we are right next to the ocean.
Absolutely
don't
the same
discount it.
turtle. I recognize her, she recognizes me. Same turtle.
That tracks.
Yeah.
Alright, well, unlike that turtle, I'm inclined to join you.
All right. Well, our ship is. Oh, I didn't know I could do that.
Yeah, you can absolutely rotate your icon. Please stop doing that.
Freak him out.
I'll try to zoom out. Nope. There we go. Come on. Well,
There.
our ship is. Thank you. Our ship is docked on the water side of the docks. So, whether you're coming tonight or tomorrow, we'll be stationed here to get supplies
Ambrose.
and
Sorry, go ahead and finish what you're saying there, Avery.
before we head off again.
Ambrose, when he says the waterall side of the docks, you connect a couple dots. The repeated use of iron, the calling him a royal brat, combined with the waterall side of the docks, it hits you that this is one of the Iron Moons, one of the people who originally ruled this island. Or the family, at least, that originally ruled this island. He is full royal. Or at least noble.
Yeah.
Ambrose.
Huh?
Go ahead, push the dog.
You're one of them bloody Iron Moon pricks.
Well, that's my family. I don't really like to talk about family. Let's just say,
Got gold spilling out your ears.
yeah. I don't really pay too much mind. It just helps everyone around me really like survive better. Sorry.
Look, it's
I was
not
just-
like I hate you. I'm just pointing out that he was right about you being a rich prick.
I may be a rich prick, but I try to prick the right people.
What?
Yo, what?
You know, with my rapier.
You a needle?
Alright. Like I said, I'm inclined to join you. I'd be happy to help you and cook for you and all that. But we're gonna have to get me out of here without the old man noticing. And the big problem is his tools. Or well, my tools, but he'll notice if they're missing, that's for sure.
If you're worried, if you're more worried about, if wait, if you're more worried about him finding out that you're gone from the tools, and rather him finding out when you're not showing up for work, then sure.
Like,
Like,
the tools is such a big deal. Can't we just get you some new ones?
yeah, I was about to say that. Like, money. I was about to say like money is not an issue. Like, if you need tools, we can get you the right tools for the job. We have plenty of tools on ship.
You're not
If they're up to your
understanding. He's a
standards.
grand master. These were handed down. These aren't average everyday chef's knives. And more to the point, I can't walk out of here like that. He'll come for me. He'll know. We're gonna have to sneak out of here. I'm gonna need some time to get away. And by the time we get away, hopefully it'll be far enough that he won't come chasing me.
But when does
Uh,
your shift end?
Hoshui walks out of the
I
kitchen.
owe him my life forever. He threatened to kill me if I ever leave. He found me stealing from him one night. He put a gun to my head. It was terrifying, okay? They kill people in these parts. But he saved
Hoshui
me in order to cook for him.
walks out of the kitchen as Amorous is saying this last bit. Walks up to the table, pulls a pistol out from his
Oh,
belt,
shit.
and slams it onto the table with the barrel pointing at Avery.
Oi, Gramps, what the hell are you doing?
Doesn't say a word.
Nice to meet you.
He turns to Darenthal, nods, and then looks back down at the
I
gun.
think maybe you ought to be on your way. Wink,
He
wink.
clears his throat very loudly.
So he's just there, like, yeah. And I'm just like, okay, crew, let's get back to our ship. We need to do it. Well,
He clears
no,
his throat
shit.
again as you say that.
Let's go do some. Let's go get supplies for our ship.
And you keep speaking, and every time you mention leaving, he clears his throat. Amorous, give me an insight check. God fucking damn it.
Oh no.
Oh.
I'm trying to get something, and you're not letting me.
The dice are like, forward plot? No.
Well, let's
Oh
see.
my god.
Avery, what do you have to
Really
say here?
unfortunate, actually. I have a +3 in insight. So
I know,
was
I
just-
see
was
that.
Unfortunate.
Oh my god.
Perception, maybe? I don't know.
No, this would be an insight. Perception wouldn't do anything here.
Deception. What about deception?
He's effectively rolling deception. You know what? Here, let me
So, is there a
active
reason
roll
you don't
this.
want him to leave?
Yeah, no, you were not succeeding that. Darnthal?
So, is there a reason you don't want this guy to leave?
Looks at you.
This is usually the part where you answer.
He actually laughs. He actually laughs at that one. It's like, well,
Is it just me or did he go? Okay.
it's been
Is there a
10
reason you don't
years.
want us leaving, sir?
Does not react to Avery whatsoever. I believe what I said to him those years ago is that if I ever caught him leaving, I would kill him. And he
That
says that
sound about right.
so nonchalantly. Are you gonna give me another insight, Amorous? This echo was really pissing me off. I need to fix that. There we go. That's useful.
It does make you sound more like present in the moment.
A little bit, I suppose, but
I keep closing my character sheet. Sorry about the
no,
delay.
you're fine. It's better than me having all 7 sheets open at once. You notice that he is stressing the word caught. So if he catches you leaving, then you'll get shot. But if you leave and he doesn't catch you, he may not do anything.
Can I roll in some way to say something to the crew that he won't hear? Like, is there a way I can whisper?
Can I?
something
Okay, can I
quiet or
roll?
something? Or
Can I roll insight after hearing that?
No, Avery, because you don't know him as well as Amorous does.
Okay.
I guess I should
Amorous-
start by saying, like, does my previous insight check? That's what is telling me that like.
It's the 14 that's telling you this.
Okay.
The 6 was worthless.
Right. Yeah. I would say that's
But
average.
you do know Thieves' Cant, and he does not, to your knowledge.
Wait, let me make sure.
And you are aware that most pirate crews have a variation of it that is unique to each crew. But there is a decent chance that anyone on some given person on a crew will speak and understand standard Thieves' Cant as just a baseline knowledge.
Okay. Yeah. No. Fair enough. So then, in Thieves' Camp, I try to say, or well, I say, meet me here at midnight. Don't get seen.
Corvus, you understand every word of that.
I say back to him, I say, understood.
And I'm assuming the chef dude doesn't understand this, right?
No, not to your knowledge. You also chose at a time that he would never be anywhere near the building.
Right. Where he's still at the table though right now,
Yes.
right?
He
So,
does notice
at
you
this
saying
point-
something.
Right.
Unless you want to roll an active deception or stealth or something like that.
Well, I figure he hears me say that, and I just sort of like chuckle, and I'm just like, "Oh, it's nothing, Grumps. Don't worry about it." And then yeah, I can roll for deception if you want.
He doesn't react to you saying it if you're saying it straight. At least not directly. He picks up his pistol and goes back into the kitchen.
I figure I should probably follow him, right? At this point, I need to get back to work. and-
As you go to follow him, there's a sudden crash at the bar as Toko, who nobody has noticed, try to walk away, knocks over a stool.
Oh, you giant turtle! Watch where you're going.
Ah, sorry. Toko picks up the stool and puts it back and then leaves.
And Toko is gone.
My apologies.
Bye.
Just move her off the screen for now.
I'm realizing that nobody paid for the food.
Yep.
Yeah, I leave however much.
Nope. Give me a
It
number.
was for.
No one gave you a price, so.
No one. Yeah, no one gave me a price.
Nobody asked.
That's fair. Well, we were 5 people, so I'll leave 5 gold pieces.
Okay.
I appreciate the generosity, sir. This will go a long way.
Of course.
It was 5 silver apiece. You just doubled up.
I know.
Not that you actually know that, but
Yeah. Not that my character would know the difference.
correct.
That's why we don't have prices on our menu.
Yeah, pirates, if it's good food, will pay what they think it's worth.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's much lower. Even if they're told it's much lower, they'll still pay what they think it's worth.
Yeah. It's like paying a tip.
Exactly.
Anywho, I'm grateful. I just like, I figure I pocket the difference, and that's a nice little chunk for me, because you know we don't have morals here, but I gotta pay the guy. So
No rest for the wicked.
Alright, I guess we go look for a chef elsewhere.
Yes, let's go get supplies.
The four of
That
you.
too.
The 4 of you move off out of the building. I just moved you in a random direction for now. And Amros, you head back into the kitchen, and you see on one of the counters a knife bag. Empty, but a knife bag.
I guess the old man really does care. And then I proceed to like fill the bag.
And we'll
Okay,
jump
yeah.
over to Toko, who is realizing that it is too dark or too late to start swimming back, and just finds a random spot to sleep. Because I don't think she's bothering with an inn.
I'm a turtle. I can fall asleep in the ocean.
So I don't think she even has gold on her.
That's also valid.
I think she intentionally did not bring any money with her.
Called a vow of poverty. She's a monk.
Yeah, yeah.
No, it's just so it
So,
doesn't.
How that
so that
works?
wasn't allowed in the
Excuse me.
stash.
They're chunky monkeys. Monks invented wine.
This is true. But yeah, but you still don't want to start swimming because it's easier to find your way through the ocean when it's light. And sleeping in the open sea is not always a great plan.
Yeah, fair enough.
So, I mean, you do still sleep in the water just because it's more comfortable for you.
Yeah, I
You
tied
just-
myself up to like one of the posts or
Yeah.
whatever.
Off the edge of the docks where no ships are going to come through.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you probably putter around the city for a little bit before then, but that's where you left off, basically.
Hmm.
And the 4 Iron Abyss pirates will come back over to you with Corvus holding a message in his mind.
I feel like it's probably good to tell them what Ambrose told me at this point, because we're kind of far away from the restaurant at this point.
Mhm.
Far.
Oh yes, I saw that was discount. What did he say?
He was telling us that if we come back, was it like tomorrow?
Midnight, he said.
Yeah, midnight. Then he'd be willing to come with us.
Okay. So we grab him at midnight and then we head off when
Yeah.
the time comes, before the time comes in.
Delora, give me another nature check. I say another as if it was recent, but it was like an hour ago.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You think the tide will be leaving in very early morning.
I venture to guess that the tide will be out by, I'd say about like maybe just as the sun's coming up over the horizon.
The hour's crack of dawn.
You think we got enough time to pick him up and go?
Between midnight and dawn, I think so.
Alright, because I did get kind of lost on the docks.
That's okay. I know this city like the back of my hand. You will never get lost with me.
He's lying.
As long as I'm paying attention.
That's not often.
It is when I care about it.
Yeah, remember that time when we were trying to go find the place that had some supplies, and he ended up taking us into this tavern that had some very well, let's just say not so well dressed women.
Okay, I used to go to that
Good
place
times.
when I was in my military school. They love me there.
Yeah, he brought them on a trip as I moved the map over to the Body Burrow. Take a wild guess, audience, what the hell that is.
You know what? That's great.
So, I mean, you go about the rest of your day for now and grabbing what your supplies you need, loading them onto the ship. You do inform Fizz of what's about to happen. And he suggests, because I get to say what he says, that he has the ship wait for you on a direct line out from where Ratatosk's Respite is to make it easier to get there.
Oh, that is a smart idea. And here I thought we were gonna run all the way back to Waterloo just to get out.
Even with the tide not being in favor, he gets the ship moved over. You guys get some I just tried to move on the wrong side again. You guys get some sleep. Down here. And then you come back around midnight. Corvus, would you happen to remember the second part of what Ambrose said to you?
Not off the top of my head.
Give me a flat d20. Just roll one d20. That was a DC 10. Good job.
Yay!
He specified, first of all, of course, to come at midnight, but also to make sure you are not seen.
Ah. So, I think if I go in alone, then we have the best chance of making it out without being seen. On account of my being small.
Yes, I do think that's a good idea.
So you
So
three,
I'll just hang back.
This is what I got.
you three end up kind of
I was gonna
waiting.
say,
in the docks a bit.
This is why I hired you.
Yes, exactly. You three heading back to the docks as he heads out towards the inn, the tavern. Give me a stealth check. See if your rolls are better than before.
Oh my god!
Hot damn! Look at that
Nice.
plus, what is that, plus 7 there? Yeah, plus
Plus-
fucking
yeah,
7
plus 7.
stealth. You come up to that through torchlight, through lantern light, and you are invisible, effectively. From shadow to shadow, using the lower, what lower items there are to shield yourself from view as you come up to the building and circle it to find a back door. Amros, where are you?
Well, I'm kind of assuming I live here or something.
Sure.
I mean, it's an inn, right? And like, I probably, I'm
Yeah,
like an
they've-
indentured servant kind
They've
of
got
thing.
a
so, like-
handful of rooms.
and I guess I've got one of them. It's the real small one in the corner. It's not
Exactly,
really a
yes.
room. It's kind of a closet, but
Yep.
it's fine.
Oh,
Anyway.
Harry Potter closet.
So, I'm like in my room, just sort of waiting for the right time, and trying to like look out the window, like peeping through the shades
Mm-hmm.
of my very tiny window. That's probably not really a window.
I'm gonna say, Corvus, you're gonna give me, this is an odd one to say, but give me a performance check.
Uh-oh.
You attempt to like shine a light into a window. You can kind of see him opening up the blinds of the window, or the curtains rather, and you attempt to shine a light into it and completely fail.
Can
Like
I climb
like a
up
reflection.
the side of the building?
Athletics check. Sorry, no. I'll give you acrobatics.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
You find some handholds and scamper up the side right up to the window. Ambrose, give me a, you're like a story up, by the way. Ambrose, give me a perception check. You don't notice this as, Corvus, what do? You like poke your head up over and just boo, or what?
Yeah, I kind of like knock on the windowsill.
Ambrose?
Do I just notice that by default, or do I roll again?
Oh, you notice it. We're gonna give you a wisdom save. Because, you were not expecting that whatsoever.
Okay, I clicked it, but I don't think it did it.
You might have to click again, because the saves are a little weird sometimes. Oh no, you have to hit the skill, and then it should give you the option?
You have to click like the word, and then it'll show a pop-up.
Yeah, it'll say ability check or saving throw. Should at least. You hit the word wisdom.
I believe you, but I'm just gonna roll a d20.
That's fair.
Hang on.
You've got a +1.
16. You said I've got +1, so 17.
17 is good. You do not scream out in absolute fear. Because who the hell is knocking on your second-story window in the middle of the goddamn night? But your head still whips around to just see the gnome. You do actually know his name. His name is Corvus. That was mentioned several times, and you figured it out just off of context. Peeking in at you from the window. And it looks like he climbed that all the way up by hand.
Boy, Corvus, over here.
He's looking in the right window. And it's closed, I assume.
Yeah, I mean, so I guess I go over. Am I? Let me think about this. Do I want to let them in, or do I want to scale down 2 stories with them? I think I'm gonna like let them in, right, and then we can like sneak through downstairs to get out together. Although that's kind of a risky move, but I think that's probably the smart move.
I think that sounds right too. It's not
Okay,
really
so
that
I-
efficient to open the window.
Oi, Corvus, wait there, give me a second. And I like go over to the window and latch it open.
You're gonna have
Makes a
to
little creaking
give
noise.
me... Yeah. It definitely makes a creaking noise. You're gonna have to give me a stealth check.
Nice.
Oh.
Nice.
You know this window creaks. You've opened it time and time again. So you just open it, you take care to open it the exact way that creates the least amount of noise. That was a
Okay,
DC.
so it's open now, and
I
then
climb into the room, and I'm like, all right. So do you have any ideas on how to do this? Because I'm not familiar with how this building is, like the floor plan or anything.
all right. So the way I see it, we go down the hallway real quiet, like, and then we have to make it down the stairs without making any noise, and then somehow get out the back door of the inn without getting noticed. But there might still be patrons. It's midnight, it's late, but that doesn't mean that there's not people in the inn.
Well, you know the kitchen though is closed, so. And you actually have not seen Hoshui since he left the table before.
You know, come to think of it, I haven't seen Gramps in a while, and the kitchen should be closed. We could try through there.
This might be pretty simple then. Why don't we start?
Okay, so
Your
there's like a hallway, I imagine,
Mhm.
like wooden floors.
Yep.
So probably pretty creaky.
Yep, you're both gonna
Okay.
give me stealth checks. 13 is good.
Is Amros also doing stealth checks?
Yes, this is both of you now.
Doubles.
Nice. 13 and 13. He actually rolled a higher on the die though, because you've got a better modifier.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got higher dex. He doesn't need it as much. So you guys head through the hallway and you end up at the stairs. And you're gonna have to give me another stealth check. Okay. So Amros, you know exactly which these stairs creak and which ones don't. And to top it off, you have the stride to avoid the creaky stairs. Corvus
Can I
doesn't know
lead
which
the
ones it
way
is.
to potentially give Corvus or well, I guess does Corvus pass? Is my
Corvus
first
does
question.
not pass.
Okay, so then my second question is, can I lead the way? Since I know perfectly like how to get down there, can I like lead the way so
You
that it's a
can
little
lead
easier?
the way, but then I will need an acrobatics check from Corvus. That passes. You can roll that previous stealth check with advantage.
Do I just roll advantage on the one that I already
Yep.
did, or?
There you go. So between 26 and 26, what the fuck? Insane.
Yeah.
So with Amros leading the way down these creaky steps, you're able to kind of hop along. You can't literally step over them like he's doing, but you're able to find perches in certain spots to get yourself down to the ground floor. And there's a door to the kitchen right there.
All right, I know this place like the back of my hand. Just follow me. There's a back door right over here. We would take out the trash.
You're gonna give me one more stealth check each. Uh-oh.
Jeez.
Well, let's see. 16.
You're gonna get me killed.
Corvus finds the one squeaky floorboard in the kitchen.
It's
Stop. I'll move.
You don't hear anything.
Real quiet, like from here on.
And
I know.
Amros, specifically, you're going to give me one more stealth check. Holy shit.
Wow.
I was rolling a die to make a more variable DC, and that came up with a nat 20 for me.
Oh shit.
Wow.
Luckily for you, you don't have to crit to match that. You hit the DC exactly.
Woo!
So, this door you have struggled with at times, but because you're not carrying a bucket full of trash, you're able to move it, open it quite smoothly, and you're out.
All right.
Corvus,
Now I assume we just have to make it to the ship, right?
yes. You know the way to the docks from here. Corvus, I'm going to need a survival check at advantage to remember which main line of the dock to follow.
I don't
Remember
think I
which one
needed
it
to
is.
do the second roll.
You
But
did not need to do the second roll, but it's always good to find out. So you lead Amros onto the correct dock, and a short ways down are the other three. Darenthal, Avery, and Delora are all waiting further down. And the two of you run up to them.
hi.
Hi, everyone. We're here.
Well, it should
Gramps
took you
didn't
long
see
enough.
me. I didn't get a bullet to the head.
Always nice.
Well, come on, let's go already. We can't be wasting our time yapping our gums here.
Yeah.
Are you all gonna leave without that friend of yours?
She didn't seem interested in hanging out with us.
We almost hit her with a
Yeah,
bang.
and you guys kind of scared her off.
I mean, it wasn't intentional.
Hurry off to the ship, get on board, and get underway. As you're having the conversation, you're kind of heading back to the ship. Luckily for Corvus, everybody else remembers the way across these docks, so you don't have to worry about getting lost again. And the tide starts to recede as the dawn sun breaks the horizon and hits Toko square in the face. She did that on purpose. At least I think she wakes up from it. Toko.
I think so.
She really did fall asleep.
No. My mute button wouldn't unmute,
Ah,
so
that's
I was like
always fun.
tapping 20 times, and I was like, ah. But what happened? Tide? Did I wake up? What?
The sun hits you square in the face.
Yes.
Time to get going, champ.
Going where?
Well, I assume you're intending to head back to your monastery.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Forgets your own motivations.
Yep.
You untie yourself from this dock pole and start swimming out. Not paying
Okay.
attention
Yes.
at all.
It's early morning.
You are tired, you are groggy, and before you have time to notice, a shadow of a ship crosses in front of you, and you feel the hull on your back.
What is that?
Oi! Captain! I think we hit something!
I'm going to need
Oh,
I've got a
5
bad
of
feeling.
you to roll perception checks.
Oh, it better not be that Tortle lady again.
Oh!
That is a nat 20, very good. And Corvus? Oh, Corvus just
I
walked
rolled
away.
a 10.
That's
I got
fine. We
14.
still have it. We have a nat 20 and 18 at 22, even if it was requiring like a group check of half you succeed. So, yeah, Delora hears a thunk.
Hey! I think we hit something, and it sounds really big!
I've got a bad feeling.
I suspect that your two swimmers jump off to see what the hell just happened.
Can one of you, yeah, can one of you swimmers please go check out what happened? Like, let's stop the ship. Let's
Cannonball!
And
He would.
It went at the top of my head.
Oh my god!
Darenthal?
So are we like weighing anchor here? Like, I feel like we should talk about that.
Avery?
Now you hit
no,
something.
not weighing anchor, because that would drop it on the person without being able to get it off of them. So I just think furling the sails, just so we're not moving right now, just to check
Okay.
on what's happening.
Okay.
Darenthal, I need you to roll me a flat d20. You said it. You cannot say these things and expect me to not make it a roll.
I know, I really hoped you would.
Toko, what do you think? DC 5 or DC 10?
I'm not the DM. I'm knocked out unconscious.
Oh, it's actually DC
I'm so sorry.
15, just because.
All right.
Darenthal goes to cannonball into the water. Give me a perception check.
Oof.
You do not notice that directly beneath you, as you leap into the water, is Toko. I need you to I actually no, I don't need you to roll. I need to roll. I believe fall damage is something like this. Oop. Yeah, I'll do this then.
All right. So
both
what's the new
take-
character I should make?
9 damage. You both take 9 bludgeoning damage as Darenthal lands square on Toko's shell.
Oh, sheesh, what is going on?
And she starts to
My
sink.
poor shell.
I mean, your AC doesn't work here.
Mind you, 2 of us or 3 of us got like 18, 22, 20, whatever. So like we're all just watching this like what the hell?
There's like a few bubbles popping up too.
Mhm.
Like
I can't see anything, but I'm just hearing everyone talking like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, Delora jumps shortly after Darenthal does, and she's like, "Oh, are you okay? It sounded like you hurt."
I hit something hard.
She just like kind of swims over, and she just starts like rubbing his back, like, "Oh, there." And she's like, "Oh, wow, that's really gonna leave a mark."
Just not having a good time.
Delora, you
Hit.
notice, Delora, you notice bubbles coming up.
What? Be careful, Dari. There's something coming. And then she just kind of like gives her like almost like a little fight stance.
I'm gonna go check and see what I hit.
Darenthal, you did recognize that what you hit was a shell.
Oh, very bad feeling.
You dive under, and you find Toko slowly sinking.
Oh,
Like-
it's that turtle lady. Oh
I'll
shit!
go grab her.
Ella?
And then an audible groan.
You don't even know yet.
We're all
Oh,
underwater.
dang it. Okay.
Then Delora will swim down and grab one of like her little arms and just kind of like she'll wrap her arms around it and try to like swim up to the surface.
Athletics check
I'll be helping.
with advantage. Delora first.
Yeah. I don't know. How do you do it with advantage?
You're gonna click the skill?
Just do it twice or.
Or are you gonna?
Oh.
Doesn't even matter.
Oh!
Oh. You have.
I'm not gonna
pulled-
drown.
You have. Oh, you can't drown. You have pulled heavy objects out of the water before, and she is lighter than those. Somehow. Despite being like 3 times your total size.
Just a turtle.
Buoyancy.
Buoyancy. So you're able to, with Darenthal, he's not fully helping, but he is helping enough to pull her out of the water. And then he is the one who pulls her up a ladder that gets let down off the ship, because you would not be able to do that. But you do help him with that. So Darenthal, you need to give me now an athletics check with advantage.
Please don't drop me.
You get the little arrows on the. Yep, just like that. You do not get dropped.
Oh.
It would have been funny.
Hey.
Am I wrong?
No.
So you pull her up onto the deck and thud her on her shell.
Wow. Just take an extra D4 of damage. It's fine.
And let me remember who's who real quick. I believe
Oh.
it was Tortle, yeah?
Yeah, it's
Can
your
I cast Cure Wounds on Toko?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
I'll. I was gonna say if that doesn't do that, I would literally just cast Healing Word right now.
That's 9 damage, so roll your healing word. Toko, your eyes snap open as you get hit with healing. Amaros, you gotta remember you're supposed to talk.
No, he was come through mine.
Okay, just making sure.
I'm sorry, what's up?
No, you're fine. I thought you were trying to actively say something, and it wasn't just you saying something to her.
Oh, yeah, no, sorry.
No, you're good.
No, I'm gonna healing word on Darthel.
You can roll that off your spell list there.
Did I do it?
Not yet. You go to spellbook, and they're gonna hit
Mhm.
the image of the spell.
Oh.
It should turn into a little die. It's not popping up with use spell at what level?
Yeah, I'm in the spell book. And no.
If you click the image, you should see a window that's like, what level do you want to cast the spell at, and do you want to cast the spell and use a slot?
I don't see that.
I don't see that. All right, I'll do it for you.
Okay.
You heal him for 3.
Okay.
And you're about to get a longer thing, so it doesn't actually matter. But
Are you all back on the boat?
yes, the boat just ran Toko, and then they pulled her out of the water.
Can I cast heal?
You don't
I have
have healing word.
I thought I had the healing exploit or devious exploit first aid. That
Oh
was-
yes, you do have the first aid exploit. That's right. Yeah, you can use that. Same thing. You're gonna. Yep, just like that. Oh, it doesn't roll it out though. So, oh no, because you have to roll your roll. So do a slash roll 1d4.
Damn.
You can do
Well-
2d4 actually, since you're gonna get a rest anyways. So you can do another one.
Yeah.
Swear to God, if you roll another 1.
That'd be great.
No, it's a 3. You deal you heal for 4 and 7, so Darnthal gets another 7 back. So he's only down 2. So Toko, your eyes snap open as you get healing, and you kind of look around and see Darnthal getting healed by Avery and some kind of attention being done by Corvus.
And Dolores just like pats her. She's like, "Oh, are you okay?"
Roll me a wisdom save, Toko. You know why.
10.
I'm gonna say that passes.
Oh.
Unless you want to go to a full-blown panic
Really?
attack.
What do you want roleplayed?
What do you want to do?
I just woke up and you made me roll.
Yep. But I think you're able to push down the intense fear from the realization that you just got a ship hit you. Barely. but-
Hey, what? Y'all, what?
I don't mean to be rude, but you need to look when you're swimming.
I need to look where I'm swimming. I'm sorry, I thought pedestrians had the right of way.
Yeah, but like
You're not walking, you're swimming.
a boat is way
There's
bigger
a
than
gold
turtle.
dragonborn here who goes, pedestrians aren't a thing in the ocean?
And we couldn't see you while it just turned. It's dawn. We could barely see you.
Stay on the crosswalks, kid.
And he's just like, again,
Well, I could barely see her.
ocean.
Toko felt betrayed by Corvus's words.
I'm just being honest, okay?
Troll
I think you're
just walks
very
away.
cool, but you need to you should be paying a little bit of attention, that's all.
Toko doesn't respond. Her face just reads as displeased.
Well, we'd be happy to give you a ride to any place you're going, just as a repayment for, well, hitting you with our ship. I'm very sorry for that.
First, I get threatened to be turned into turtle soup. Not once, but twice. And then, I almost get hit by your ship the first time. I actually get hit by your ship this time. And do you think I'd let you help me get back to my monastery? After all of this with you and your crew?
You can't get hit by a ship if you're on it.
Unfortunately, you have to admit that his
Good
logic
point.
is sound.
Yeah, he was a good point.
Toko
And
just
not
sighs
all-
and shakes her head.
And not every ship that's gonna hit you is gonna be as charitable as we are. Especially if it's flying a black flag.
Yeah, sometimes I bet there's ships out there who would hit you with the intent to kill.
I mean, you're fine now, right?
Okay.
Physically, I'm fine. It's more of my mental capacity at this point with all of y'all.
Don't worry about. Why was I about to be southern?
Because she is.
Don't worry about that. Pretty sure all of us have a little bit of mental capacity problem.
I know I've had a long couple of days.
I need to stiff drink for all this.
I never got my ale.
Here, we got some
Delora
ale.
just like pats him like there.
It's okay. It's okay, Devin. We have ale on the ship now. We have food for at least another week.
And to be fair, I'm here now. I can make plenty of food.
Yes.
Yes, we can finally stop getting all that heart attack. That's really bad for your teeth, you know.
Yeah, and mine are
That
razor
and the
sharp.
scurvy. That and the scurvy.
We should
You
probably
know,
stock up on
being-
some groceries while we're here, though.
You were actively leaving the city.
I feel like
Well,
we probably would have done that.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
they
in
did
the- in
that's what we
gather
were doing.
quite a
We
bit
were
of
getting-
supplies. But you
Yeah.
have not had a
Yeah.
chance to go down into their kitchen and find them.
I didn't know that. So, you guys gotta
Yeah.
show me the kitchen.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought this all happened at this point. Let's give our new crew members a tour around the ship.
And you start leading people around. Here you have your two main decks. Fizz is in the back, making sure the ship doesn't go completely off course, since this was entirely his idea.
It's also kind of funny that one of the shorter people is the one steering it.
Hey, it works. He's
Um,
on,
It didn't.
he's on a stool. He can at least turn the rudder, but he didn't get any commands to move.
See, this is why the ship hit Toko, because it's Fizz's turn at the wheel.
Oh,
So-
right, the ship. I'm gonna go below deck and check for any damage.
Yeah, you probably head all the way down
Any turtle-sized damage.
and take a look.
Sense.
Got turtle-sized damage. Part of my heart.
And those battleship bags.
And Corvus, you pointed out, Corvus and actually Toko, the first thing I'm assuming he's going to show you is where you sleep, since
Yeah.
it's right here. Milling
We
around
can
on the
recruit-
deck, you see a half-orc and two humans, one who's huge and one who isn't. I know who the characters are, I swear. And inside the sleeping area, you see a pair of elves, both
I'm
fast
also
asleep.
keeping track of the characters, by the way.
What?
No, I'm saying I'm also keeping track of the characters, by the way, so you don't need to fully put that on yourself.
Oh, yeah. No, this is just where they currently are. As Amros, you were led to the kitchen. Oh, I don't want to take Delora with this one. You find, as you go down below decks, rather more accurately. This is just easy to do one by one. This is, of course, a cargo hold. You've got you can see some other rooms towards the back. But in the front, ignore the door. don't worry about this door symbol. In the front, you are shown the kitchen space, which has a tiefling in it as you walk past a gnome. I don't know, that's a dwarf and a halfling.
Yeah, that's the dwarf.
And this is your space.
This is looking pretty fantastic.
And you've got all your stores are here or just outside the door, and they stocked up pretty well.
You guys have got everything. I'll be able to make food for weeks.
And then from below, another tiefling comes up, and he's much bigger.
Oi, look at you.
Captain.
Wait, did you say captain?
Yeah.
Okay, it cut out right there.
Carlos is Captain.
Yes, what's up, Karthos?
Why are there 3 new faces?
Well, you see, we hit someone, so we are bringing them along for the ride to wherever they need to go.
I didn't consent to this, but it's fine.
And we need to put our
Are you
best with the
saying?
best.
How are you? Hold on. Toko, how are you saying? Are you saying this like under your breath?
Yeah,
Uh,
just like to myself,
I'm gonna
not
roll
like
this.
causing any drama, but
Roll
like
this
just.
on the board.
But it's fine.
You're fine. He doesn't hear it. He's like, do
And
you
I just say
know
this
where?
to everyone. Huh?
Do you know where?
Oh, we're just about to find that out. I'm just
He
showing
turns
her
to
around.
Toko and Corvus and goes, I am so sorry. The dwarf nods.
I'm just like, you know, I'm new here. I don't know what.
So yes, this is Corvus.
Carthos. Oh, sorry.
Yes, Corvus. Karthos, this is Corvus.
Thanks for the introduction,
No.
Captain.
He is our reconnaissance person now, since we desperately needed one, especially on that last island.
Yeah.
And then
Novo and
then
Callie are fine, but not great.
yeah. But then we got the new cook.
And I'm Amros.
As you kind of come out back through the door. After meeting Varus in there, who how to
I was
put
listening and I just wanted to butt in and introduce myself.
how to put this. Yeah, he thinks you're an idiot. He very clearly thinks you're an idiot.
Wait, Boris thinks who's an idiot or Karthos?
Well, as you're everybody, but in this case specifically, Ambrose.
Okay.
It's
Thinks
Varus.
I'm an idiot or
Thinks Ambrose is an idiot.
Oh, okay.
Because he's getting all excited about a kitchen. But yeah, for the most part, this crew is just kind of milling around as the ship. The sails are unfurled and heads out again. And I think Avery finally remembers to ask Toko where the hell she's going.
Yes. After showing her around, it's like I say, "Oh, so where are we dropping you off?" And
Now listen,
just a reminder, we will feed you and heal you again if need be.
that's the least you can do after hitting me with your boat. But I was headed back to my monastery because I was sent out to do some chores and run some errands, which I hope I didn't lose too much after getting hit by your boat.
This stuff is fine. Not even wet.
Well,
and
it's less
just
than the least we can do.
to remind you, Toko.
The least we can do. Okay.
The island is Eglegia. That you're heading towards.
I knew that. I said that.
Yeah, we'll just say you said that. It's fine. And so you call up towards the top of the ship, mainly to Delora, because she's the one who tells you where the fuck to go. Who is going to give me a navigator's tools check? It's on your main page.
I see it.
14 is good enough. You set course correctly. And the Mobionic sails off to something new.